Hello everyone, welcome to back to my channel. So today I am going to discuss about the structure of a polynucleotide chain, how polynucleotide chain forms and what are the structure in polynucleotide chain that we will study in detail. Okay, so what is the structure of a polynucleotide chain? Before understanding the structure of a polynucleotide chain, we must have to understand the structure of a nucleotide. The word polynucleotide means many nucleotides. Okay, and when a single nucleotide attached with another nucleotide, then it forms dinucleotide. And again, when again another nucleotide attached with that dinucleotide, then it will forms many polynucleotide. It will forms a polynucleotide chain. So before studying polynucleotide chain, we must have an understanding of what is nucleotide and how nucleotide forms and will be how nucleotide forms and when how nucleotide forms. Okay, and then many nucleotide attach to each other to form a polynucleotide chain. We will study everything in detail in this lecture. Okay, so first of all we will know the meaning of a polynucleotide chain. So this is a polynucleotide chain. So polynucleotide, what is nucleotide? A nucleotide has three components. It is a chemical structure. It has three components. One is nitrogenous base, another is pentose sugar. If pentose sugar is ribose, then it is, and pentose sugar in case of RNA it is ribose, and in case of DNA pentose sugar is deoxyribose. Okay, and one phosphate group. So these three components of it forms together, it will forms a nucleotide. What is nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and phosphate group? When these three are added together with each other through a certain bonds, we will study everywhere, then it forms a nucleotide chain. And many nucleotide chain when forms each other, when bonded with each other through some linkage bond, then it will form a polynucleotide chain. So we will study the structure of a nucleotide chain first, and then we will study the structure of a polynucleotide chain. So this is ribose sugar. I have told you that a nucleotide has three components. Nucleotide has three components. First, nitrogenous base. Second, pentose sugar. Third, phosphate group. So what is nitrogenous base? Nitrogenous base is purines and pyrimidines. Purines are the guanine and adenine, and pyrimidines are the uracil, thymine and cytosine. These are the nitrogenous base. Pentose sugar, ribose in case of RNA and deoxyribose in case of DNA. And then phosphate group. Phosphate group is what? H3PO. H3PO4. H3PO4. So we will study everything in here. Okay, so what is these three components form a nucleotide, and how this nucleotide forms I will discuss here. Okay, so this is pentose sugar. This is pentose sugar, and which has 5 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon and 1 oxygen. Okay, so adenine is always attached with the first carbon. Adenine is always attached, means base pair. Nitrogenous base is always attached with the first carbon of the ribose sugar or pentose sugar. First carbon of pentose sugar, nitrogenous base is attached, and at fifth carbon of pentose sugar, phosphate group is attached with the hydroxyl group of fifth carbon. Okay, and as a result of this, a bond will form. As a result of this, a nucleotide will form. Nucleotide will form. Pentose sugar and adenine, I mean nitrogenous base. Pentose sugar and nitrogen base are linked with N-glycosidic linkage bond. N-glycosidic linkage. Okay, we can say that pentose sugar is linked with nitrogenous base through N-glycosidic linkage, and pentose sugar is linked with N-glycosidic linkage, and phosphate group is linked with fifth carbon of a hydro pentose I mean or pentose phosphate group is linked with the fifth carbon hydroxyl group. Phosphate group is linked, and the linkage is called phosphoester linkage, we can say. So this is how phosphate group is linked with this fifth carbon hydroxyl group of pentose sugar. Okay, don't be confused with the what I am telling, but I am just explaining only in a detailed way. I am explaining in a simple way that phosphate group is linked with the fifth carbon of hydroxyl group of fifth carbon of. Okay, phosphate group is linked with hydroxyl group of fifth carbon. Just remember, phosphate group is linked with hydroxyl group of fifth carbon. Okay, and bond will be formed as phosphoester bond. Okay, so when a pentose sugar forms a bond with adenine, then it will be called as a nucleoside, and when phosphate group is attached with this nucleoside, then it will form a nucleotide. Okay, so pentose sugar and phosphate group, it will form a, when first nitrogenous base is attached with pentose sugar, then it will form a nucleoside, and then when nucleoside attached with phosphate group, then it forms a nucleotide. That is we will study in detail. Okay, nucleoside. So this is single nucleotide. And this is another nucleotide, and then you can see it is also another. Here it is another nucleotide, and this is another nucleotide. When two nucleotides attach with each other, then it will form a dinucleotide, and the linkage, the bond forms between these two nucleotides will be known as 3-5-phosphodiester linkage bond. 3-5-phosphodiester linkage. This is how you can study. You can easily understand how it forms. Okay, adenine, thymine. These two are the nucleotide which forms a dinucleotide, and as a result of this, water will be removed from this carbon. Water will be removed from this, and as a result, phosphodiester linkage will be formed. Okay, and you can see that again one more nucleotide will come and attach downside, then it will form a chain, the structure of chain, which is a chain like a chain. It will form a structure, and that structure is known as polynucleotide chain. And always you must have to know that this polynucleotide chain has one free end of 5-phosphate group, and another free end has 3-hydroxyl group. Okay, so in this way you can say that the structure of a polynucleotide chain forms, and this is how polynucleotide chain forms. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe this channel, okay, for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.